Yeah, greetings everybody. Thank you, Mr. Israel Uriaku, for having me here. I want to say welcome to Civ Think Conference 2020. I would have loved to present my lecture at real time, but unfortunately, I won't be able to. That's why I'm creating this as a video. Okay, so bear with me. I know it might be quite difficult, especially for the question and answer section, but I'll make sure that I'll make the experience quite meaningful. Mr. Israel, thank you so much. So I've been asked to speak on what is business development all about. That's a very big topic, actually. So, because of our time, I'm just gonna do business development one on one. Okay, this will save a lot of time because business development it's a very broad, um, it's a very broad topic, and it can be exhausted in 20 minutes. Okay, so let me go straight into business development. But before I do that, I believe there are a number of people that are aspiring entrepreneurs listening. There are people that are already entrepreneurs. So I want you to do something for yourself so that you can drive what I'm going to teach you or show you in to the point that you have not um, wasted your time. Get a jotting note. Look at the business you want to create or the business you're trying to create. As I go through this training, start answering some of the questions I'm going to ask during this training as it regards your own business that you want to create or you're already running. So now in Nigeria, small businesses drives the economy, contributing 50% and 45% of the total employment and up to 3% of the national GDP. But that it's a big challenge that unfortunately most of this business don't survive the first 2 years of doing business. There are many reasons: lack of funding, lack of infrastructure, but sometimes it's the business model. Okay, because I know one of the reasons why we have in this topic it's to solve certain problems. Um, so now with this, I'm going to define what business development means: is the creation of a long-term value for an organization, for customers, market, and relationship. Now, basically, for a business to develop, or when we look at business development, we're primarily looking at how is this business model that bring about business success. We're looking at the growth of the business. We're looking at having more customers. We're looking at having generating more revenue. So these are those things we're looking at. Now you look at big brands like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, iPhone, and all of that. What makes them different? Okay, what makes them to be able to provide services for years and they kept growing? And look at brands like Nokia. Some years ago, Nokia has 1 billion users. Okay, and that time Forbes brings out says, oh, 1 billion users. It's huge, but something changed in the market. Okay, smartphone came to be, but if you remember, Nokia introduced smartphone. Actually, Nokia introduced smartphones. The Symbian phone, they were making a lot of money, but something happened. One of the things the CEO of Nokia said then said, we didn't do anything wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. But the truth of the matter is, business evolve and business expire. What really what really brings about consistent business success is your business model. Now, basically, then when smartphone came in, we have the Android, the iPhone, the BlackBerry, and all of that. And after some time, BlackBerry left the market. Okay, now it's about business model. So it's not only small businesses that run into troubles and they can't run their business again. You see, big businesses, they just change product and service because their business model, it's not bringing them results. So now let's go back into the drawing board. All achievement, all end reaches have their beginning in an idea. So let's go back to your business idea. If you're already running a business, or let's go back if you're running a business, but if you're not running a business, let's look at your business idea again. Now, can you conceptualize it? What is your business idea? Okay, my business idea is to offer blah 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 to this set of people. My business idea is to produce a low cost fashion wears. My business idea is to produce a low cost footwear and all of that. Okay, now is it new? Okay, it might be new. Okay, it could be a new technology, it could be a new thing. And is it different? It might not be new, but you're doing it differently. You all remember how the Biggie Cola entered into the drink industry of Nigeria. When they came in, Coca-Cola and Pepsi were doing 50 cl bottle drink at 100 naira. In fact, Coke was doing their 50 cylinder at 150, and they sell a small pet bottle of 35 cl. But when Biggie Cola came into the market, they started selling 60 cl instead of 50 cl. So you see a bigger bottle and you see a small bottle, people start buying Biggie Cola. Before you know it, they enter the market, they took a large share of the market. Now everybody is competing. So they are not coming with a new idea, but they are doing something very different. Now, what does it cost to develop your idea? What does it cost to bring the idea to life? We're really not going to talk about that. We're going to focus on the business development side. I really might not say so much on finance. Now, is there a market for it? And how much can the market afford? And how can I make it better, bigger, and last long? Sustainability is key because that's one of the challenges of small businesses. You start business because you just want to earn money. It's a dumb ass thing. I'm sorry to have used that word, but that's just the truth. You don't start business to just earn money. You want it to grow and to be sustainable. And if you focus on sustainability more than just getting paid per time, the mind will be opened to think on how to keep that business sustainable. So let me move at a very good speed because time is running out. Now, the building blocks. There's something we call the business model canvas. Now, this is the foundation of business development. Okay, now it starts with the value proposition. What are you offering to the people? What are you selling to them? Okay, then the next thing we'll look at is to who? Who am I selling this product to? Now, uh, you could interview four, five, six small business owner or business owner and ask them, what are your specific target market? Because there's no how you want to do business development or you want to develop your business without having a proper definition. It's not just, oh, I'm just opening shop today. Anybody that comes in and buy. Okay, you have to have structures on ground. Then you look at cost structure and your revenue stream. What are you spending on? What you're spending on will also determine your pricing. And we'll look at our key activities, your key resource, and your key partner. How? So in the next slide, I'm going to talk about each one, and we're also going to look at a model. Okay, then from there you could have ideas on how to model your business. Like I said earlier, business development is very broad, so I'm going to focus on just the business model canvas, the business model itself. Now let's start with the value proposition. What value do we deliver to our customers? What am I selling? Is a product, is a service? What is that value that I'm selling? And I want to say this: business that solves problems or that solves, okay, no, a business, let me say a problem centric business makes more money. Okay, you could have very fantastic idea if you cannot identify a problem. You know, it's easy to sell a painkiller than to sell vitamin, because somebody that is in pain will want to solve that pain problem immediately. But if you're selling a vitamin, say, oh, this vitamin, if you use it, you have your immune system will be able to do, you'll be able to, your immune system will be prepared for any kind of health challenges, blah 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 blah. The response might be low compared to this pain that you have now. Use this drug, it will be solved. The response will be almost instant. Okay, so which of our customers problem are we helping to solve? Now, having looked at all of those things, you've looked at your value proposition. This is the value I'm creating, and you're confident about it. Now, the next thing we'll look at is customer relationship. So, and like I said, you should get a note. So, in your note, start writing, how do I want to keep and retain my customers? Because you're looking at developing your business. And what makes a business remain a business is you keep having consistent flow of customers, people coming to buy from you. Now, how do we get, keep, and grow customers? It starts with get, retain, and increase your customer base. Which customer relationship, which customer relationship have we established? Now, this makes you to want to try so many things until you're able to get it right. There are different ways to establish customer relationship. Okay, in the next slide, I'll show you a model, and I'll show you a model. Now, how are okay, sorry, how are they integrated with the rest of our business model, and how costly are they? What does it take to get this kind of customer? How many of you have, you probably might never have seen an advert of Rolls Royce, because they don't need to advertise. They have a customer segment that I tell you, you have to be stinkingly rich to walk up to their office to buy their cars. So they are not selling for everybody. They understood that. So they keep relationship with those kind of people. Okay. Now let's look at customer segment. You want to segment your customer to because customers' behaviors are different, and you must be able to say, okay, these are the people I'm selling to, this is their age group, this is their location, this is where I can find them. Then the next thing is channel. How do I get my product across to them? How do they buy from me? How do I deliver my product to them? Now, COVID changed a lot of things. Okay, people are now considering e-commerce. People are now looking at, okay, for my product to get to my customer, I don't necessarily have to have a physical contact with them. Now, and that tells you that things that happen around us, both the micro and the microeconomy, the situation in the country, changes business model. And that's why, as a business person, you must be expert in creating your own business model and to be able to modify it as things happen both locally and globally. Now, having looked at your customer um, segment, or your customer segment, your customer relationship and channel, let's look at your key partners. Who are those people helping you to provide your service? For instance, if I'm a baker, I sell bread. Okay, my customer, part of my key partner are the flour mill. If flour mill stops selling flour, as a bread maker or as a baker, I'm no longer in business. And that's why if flour mill increase the price of flour, I will also eventually increase the price that I'm selling my bread. So what it means is you have identified your key partners, those that are your supplier, those people that provide services that helps you to provide services to your customers. Now, how do you keep relationship with them? How do you get to a level? One of the success of big businesses is they're able to get credit facility from their key partners. For instance, I bake bread, or I run a bakery, and my flour supplier can supply to me at on credit. What it means is it has reduced my operational cost, because until I sell, I return easier money, which makes business easier for me. Now, another thing we look at your key activities. What are those things you do in your business every day to achieve your value proposition? Then your key resources. What are those things you have? By the time I get into the next slide, I'm going to make it more clear with the model we'll be looking at. And I hope by the time you're done with this training, you're able to pen down the best business model that will help you make millions of naira. Okay, now let's look at revenue stream. How are you making money from your business? Now, there are several revenue stream. You have subscription based revenue stream. That's what GoTV and Co provides. You have um, pay for service. You have product as a service, which is what most software companies are doing now. Platform like Zoom, it's a product, but it's like a service. You keep paying for it. The new Microsoft Office 365, you keep paying for it every year. Unlike some years ago, like Microsoft Office 2007, the moment you buy it once you've bought it. Then we look at cost structure. So what are you spending on? What's your business spending on? So let's look at this model closely, because I'm going to be rounding up with this. Now, this is a business model canvas for a clean latrine. Let's assume I'm creating a business that provides clean latrine for people in the slum. Now, in the slum, they don't have toilets, and building toilet for them might be very expensive, and but it's affecting their health. They're having cholera and all of that. Good. So I'm providing an improved health because of proper toilet usage. That's a value. Okay, this is a value that you can convince an investor, because it sounds really good, and it sounds like something you want to commit your life into doing. So to improve toilet usage because of cleanliness, easy use by elders and people with disability. That's the value. That's the kind of toilet system this business owner want to create. Now, customer relationship, we're given at affordable price. We are providing product manual. So we don't want a situation that our customer buys our product and they are wondering, how will I use this thing? Okay, and that's one of the things electronic companies do. They provide you users manual, and discounts and transport free if you are purchasing in bulk. Okay, then after sales service, that means after we've installed toilet for you, we can provide after sales service. Now channel, okay, let me go to um customer segment. We're looking at, okay, for our clean latrine that we are providing, we're looking at schools in the slum. So this kind of business, if I run it in an urban area, I won't make a dime, because those people already have toilets. Okay, I'm not gonna make any money. Then I'm looking at, okay, homestead in slum area. Those are the target market. Those are the people I want to sell that product to. And we're looking at the channel through school zoning, and we're looking at public health official to help us create awareness why they should use a toilet instead of doing short puts. Then we have hardware shop. Now the hardware shops are the shops that can always provide this after sales support that we want to offer to our customers, and we could give away samples to push up for evaluation. Later, you can just do just provide a sample to a school in a slum area and take a lot of picture and say, oh, we've done this for this area. Now let me come to customer to key partners. Now we've identified that for us to succeed in this business, especially when it comes to awareness, we need the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health. Now you could have free services for them. Now what it means is you're collaborating with the Ministry of Health. Those people are still going to pay for that service, but you're running it like a social enterprise. Now the key partners are schools. These are schools that will eventually need those toilets. Then the manufacturer and the producer. What you're doing is you're selling. You're not the one creating the toilet. You're not the one, but you have an innovative idea how the toilet should look like. And you have retailers, people that will help you sell. And you have funding partners. It could include investors and companies or organizations that can give grant. Now, another thing I think a lot of people should do, make research. Find out funding organizations that are, I don't want to use the word sentimental, that focus on providing funding for your industry. For instance, MasterCard, they provide a lot of funding for education. That means you have an educational idea, you might likely get grant from them. A Refund Foundation, um Rockefeller Foundation, a lot of foundations, there are a lot of foundations that provide funding for health and all of that. Okay. So now the next thing is you look at the key activities. So we design and build the product as a key activity. We distribute the product and we market and promote the product. Now having this, that means whatever your staff will be doing it within this context. So they are not resuming to work without knowing what they are supposed to do. They know that this is all we need to do for this business to keep running. Then the key resource, okay, workshop, seed capital, and equipment and tools, design and build the product. Now, what's our cost structure? We spend on marketing, we spend on salary, we spend on transportation, we spend on production cost, on equipment and office space. How do we make money? We make money by selling to retailers. Now, we're not selling to our final consumer because we want to put other people within the value chain, because that's one of the things that is so important, that makes all those big businesses very successful, because they don't want to control the entire value chain. For instance, Samsung will not come to Nigeria and start selling phones to people individually. They get companies, wholesalers that can buy in bulk and help them sell. So we have retailers, we have school sales to retailers, sales to school, and direct purchase by general public and export. That's how we want to make money. And consult to other organizations. Also want to make money from consulting to other organizations. So this is what I want you to do. Using this model as a template, pick your business idea or your existing business, develop a business model canvas for it. Now, that is the first stage of developing your business towards sustainability. So, at this junction, I would like to pause for questions. And for questions, you can send me an email at mayokun at Edulite Consulting, or you WhatsApp me with that number. And you can also follow me on all the social media platform at 205 Ideas. Now we're cooking something for next year. 205 Ideas. We'll be sharing. It's part of what we'll be doing next year in Edulite Consulting. We'll be sharing business ideas and how to help business grow. So we'll be sharing it across our social media platform and across our website. So if you can take advantage of that, I wish I'm physically there with I wish I'm online with you currently as you're listening to this video, so that I can take your question and answers, so that I can take your questions rather. So And lastly, I want to give out this to everybody that is on this platform. It's a 90% discount on our web design training. It's an all-in-one WordPress solution that helps you to create business website. Now, the focus of this training is on business people, people that are running their own business. Now, you know how much it costs for you as a business owner to get a website. And after getting a website, you need somebody to keep maintaining it. Otherwise, your website will just go into extinction. Now, we created this course primarily for business owners. We want because it's easy to actually get to build your own website as a business owner. So we created this course for this set of people whereby you can, with all the resource we provide, you're able to create your own business website. You're able to maintain your own business website. And if you like, you can start doing it for other people. So the way we did it, it's a 15 days challenge. If you go to learnstation.think thinkfic.com, you're going to see the course and you can enroll for the course. So it's a 15 days challenge. In about 15 days, you'll be able to create for yourself professional business website. Okay, thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate the gesture. So you can reach out to me if you have questions. Thank you, Mr. Israel. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.